Here we have the following setup. Chelsea have possession of the ball before reaching Liverpool's defensive block, with Badiashile on the ball under little pressure. We can picture Liverpool in a 4-4-2 shape, even though Salah is positioned slightly higher than the midfield line. But we need to pay attention to what's about to happen behind Liverpool's first line of pressure. Watch what happens. Badiashile keeps the ball at his feet until he draws Szoboszlai out. As Szoboszlai steps up to press, Chelsea gain a valuable numerical advantage in midfield. Notice the 3v2 forming. This means one of the midfielders will be left free, in this case, Caicedo, through the middle. Badiashile holds onto the ball, waiting for the perfect moment. Notice how Enzo Fernandez drops a bit deeper, closer to the ball, but he can't shake off Gravenberch's marking. Even though he doesn't lose the attention of Liverpool's number 38, he manages to open up a large gap between the holding midfielder and the back line. On the other side, Gusto does something similar, drawing McAllister toward him. He gains a bit of space on Liverpool's number 10, giving Badiashile a safer passing option. At this moment, with the ball going to Gusto and away from Enzo Fernandez, effectively removing Gravenberch from the play, that 3v2 can be simplified into a 2v1, Gusto and Caicedo against McAllister. The situation is clear. Gusto receives the ball, McAllister presses him, and Chelsea's right back lays it off to Caicedo, who's completely free. But McAllister then presses Caicedo as well, so Caicedo needs to be smart and position his body correctly. This is when the gap Enzo Fernandez created by dragging Gravenberch out becomes crucial. Caicedo must take his first touch toward that space. Obviously, Caicedo is closer to that space than McAllister, so if he adjusts his body and directs the ball into that zone, he gains a positional advantage. And that's exactly what he does. He lets the ball run across and controls it with his left foot, nudging it perfectly into that space. He gets past McAllister, who still tries to foul him but fails. Now he's in a very favorable position to carry the ball and attack Liverpool's final third, but the job isn't done yet. In this phase, Pedro Neto stays very wide on the right flank, pinning Kerkez back. Since Liverpool's left back is far from the action, we can see a 4v3 developing for Chelsea here. Gusto continues to play an important role, but João Pedro and Cucurella are also key. That's because Cucurella pushes forward, grabbing Bradley's attention, while Konate has to hold his position to avoid exposing the space behind him to João Pedro. With Konate occupied by João Pedro, the only player who could step up to press Caicedo is Van Dijk, but Gusto does a good job here. Watch Liverpool's number 4 adjust his body to deal with the Frenchman's movement. With Liverpool's backline fully occupied, Caicedo has plenty of time and space to set himself and fire a stunning shot into Mamardashvili's top corner. In football, every team follows a tactical plan divided into the 4 phases of the game. This plan is called a game model. And for less than the price of half a pizza, in our ebook, Building the Model, we share ideas to help you understand how these systems are created.